Meanwhile, we saw Jaxon Dart, you guys, on Prime in the preseason game. And this week, Brian Daboll announced that he's benching Russell Wilson in favor of the rookie. The 25th overall pick will make his first NFL start on Sunday against the Chargers. And right now, we're going to welcome in Ian Rappaport, the NFL Network insider who broke the news on Tuesday. So, Ian, why did Daboll make this move now?
Simply, Carissa, it was time to see the future in New York. It was time. Too much Russell Wilson struggling, throwing the ball away on fourth down, just not enough offensive production. Jaxon Dart, who impressed so much in the preseason, now QB1. The Giants actually looked for a soft entry point, maybe a home game against a bad team. Couldn't find one, decided to just do it now. Brian Daboll met with Dart for 10 hours on Tuesday. The quarterback so tied to his job security. As far as Russell Wilson, he now becomes a backup, hasn't asked for his release, but we'll see if someone jumps in and tries to trade him.
Awesome. Great stuff as always. Thank you so much, Ian. We'll be checking in with you later. Fitz, you go, woof.
10 hours.
10 hours is a long time.
I don't know that he drinks coffee either. But
well, what was your reaction to this move? Because when you look at their schedule, okay, they're facing four of last year. Over the next 5 weeks, they'll face four teams who made the playoffs last year. What do you think of this move right now?
Yeah, it's funny because you look at this. I mean, the Chargers, New Orleans, but then it's like they got to play Philly, they got to play Denver, they got to play Philly again, San Fran, Detroit, Green Bay. It's the NFL. So welcome to the NFL. Here we go. You're going to get thrown in. I think the things that we're going to see here, we're going to see more tempo in the offense. We're going to see a little more spread, and then Jaxon Dart as well with his legs. At this point in Russell's career, Jaxon is much more athletic than Russ. We're going to see him scrambling and running around. And then there's a call to action for this whole entire team. We got to rally around this guy. I'm expecting a bigger defense a bigger performance from the defense and some of his offensive mates around him. But Whit, this is kind of a failure on all levels here with the New York Giants.
Yeah, I think it's bigger than Jaxon Dart. When you look at this organization, I think recent failures from top to bottom of making good decisions is why they're here. You look at it, they haven't had a double-digit win season since 2016. They're on pace right now at 0-3. This will be their 9th in a row. Brian Daboll, 9 wins, 6 wins, 3. It's going the wrong direction. But I look at the organizational decisions. You let Saquon Barkley go somewhere else in your division and walk out the door and win a Super Bowl. Daniel Jones has become Indiana Jones, and he's balling in Indianapolis, and he's 3-0. And then you look at an offensive line that they haven't been able to fix in over a decade and figuring out how to protect their quarterback. This, to me, is much bigger than whether a rookie quarterback can play good. They got to fix things in the organization of how they make decisions of putting this roster together.
And then that resurfaced clip of Malik Neighbors saying that the quarterback last year with Daniel Jones wasn't the problem. So when you look at this Russell Wilson situation, Tony, he says he's got a lot more football left in him. Okay, he's going to say all the right things. Do you think we've seen the last of Russell Wilson?
Honestly, I hope we have. And I say that because I just looking at him and his career, his legacy, like you talked about, if ever there was somebody who played himself out of a Hall of Fame, it's Russell Wilson.
Really?
And I say that because look at what's happened ever since he left Seattle. When he was in Seattle, he was the man. He was making these good plays. He won a Super Bowl, went to 2 of them. But as soon as he left there, he went to Denver, signed that big old deal. They paid him $39 million to leave. He goes to Pittsburgh, plays there 1 year. He's out of there. Now he goes here and has 3 games. I just don't know if it's going to get any better, and I don't want to see him on a sideline holding a clipboard.
So you're very much under the "what have you done for me lately" thing in taking away the first, decade of his career.
Absolutely, and I just don't think he's done himself any favor since he left Seattle, and I don't. How's it going to get better? I don't know. So
I agree. I agree. I think you got to judge his career off when the Legion of Boom was there. He had a legendary defense, an all-time defense, and how much success he had. And then without that legendary defense, the success he had. Without that legendary defense, he's been 4-11, 7-8. 0-3 to start with the Giants. He was a winning football player in Seattle, and people said, hey, winning is football player, all this good stuff, all these accolades, and now you get to go on your own and you get to prove, hey, I'm this great quarterback. I'm this guy that's going to be dominant, and it just hasn't worked out that way.
I'm Carissa Thompson with Thursday Night Football. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see interviews with your favorite players, the best stories from the NFL, and of course the crazy things we get into during TNF Nightcap all season long. And remember, you can hang out with us live during Thursday Night Football each week only on Prime.